We have Matthew Johnson-Roberson and Ram Vasudevan, engineering professors at the University of Michigan, who have started a new company, Refraction AI, to put robots on the streets, starting in Ann Arbor, to sort of take the human contact out of food delivery services. You guys developed this robotic delivery system, and the university's technology spinoff program assisted you in getting this business up and running, and you already have these robots out and going in Ann Arbor. How's it working?
Quite well. So we're offering both restaurant and grocery delivery. We had been working on delivery robots, and then a global pandemic hit, and the need and necessity and sort of importance of them, and particularly for contactless delivery, just really skyrocketed. And so we've seen this massive increase in demand on both the consumer and restaurant side and the grocery store side. But also we're trying to do our little part to really help to decrease the spread of the virus in the way that people get what they really need, which is food to their homes and families.
So now I saw a demonstration of this technology or similar technology when I was in Japan last year. And what I saw looked like an ice cream truck that the food went in, or products went into the square container. It had wheels on it, and it went rolling down the sidewalk and stopped at various storefronts or apartments. How does your system work? Is it similar to that?
A little different. So we think there's a lot of great sidewalk robots, but I think one of the big challenges is that they end up competing for space with human beings. What we do is we travel on the street. We travel primarily in the margin of the road. So that's next to parked cars, that's in bike lanes, and really is sort of like in size and speed, a human on a bicycle. So you can think of it as a bicycle messenger without a person on it.
So Ram, how does this work? What's the technology?
It behaves autonomously most of the time. So that is, it's driving around in Ann Arbor on the margin of the road, staying out of the way of traffic and, both pedestrian and vehicle. We want to be able to complete a delivery within 30 minutes. So we pick up the food or we pick up the grocery item. We want to get it to the customer as rapidly as possible. We let them know when they come outside, they receive a text message so that they know that, the object is out there. They can press a button and the robot opens and they can pick up their food directly. They don't need to touch the robot in any way, shape, or form.
So I assume it uses GPS technology. How does it navigate traffic? How does it know when to stop at stop signs? Know how to avoid pedestrians?
So we use three different kind of sensing. So we use sound, we use light, and then we use radar waves. So the sound is ultrasound. And so what that's like are the backup sensors in your car that tell you how close you are to the car behind you. We use cameras to recognize traffic lights. And then again, we use radar waves, which can see a fair bit further and can actually see through things. And so that lets us see cars, people, bikes, wheelchairs, really everything out there on the road. And so we build a map of what's happening around us, and we use that map to figure out where to go.
Have you experienced any glitches in the technology? Are your customers satisfied?
As a whole, our customers have been really excited about it. On the technology side, we rely on autonomy for a lot of our ride, but we do have people watching from our home base in downtown Ann Arbor, watching the robot as it's moving around. So there are drivers sitting in their home, making sure that it's behaving reasonably. If it runs into a situation that, sometimes, an intersection that's fairly complicated, we actually roll back and rely on that human driver to actually step in and get the robot through those complex intersections.
So beyond the COVID crisis, what's the application for these robots?
Our long-term vision is really around trying to change the way we do this last mile delivery problem. So right now, if you want to get food delivered to you, you don't have a ton of options. There are pizza spots and grocery stores that hire their own drivers. And then there are big third-party services like DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, Instacart, et cetera. One of the big challenges is that those big players are actually reasonably expensive for restaurants and for grocery stores. And so it makes it very hard for them to make a living because they take so much money in delivery costs. And then if you talk to pizza restaurants, it's really hard to maintain a fleet of drivers yourself. The economics don't really work out if you're a smaller restaurant. And so we're trying to figure out a way to facilitate doing not just food delivery, but also groceries, hopefully in many places around the US and ultimately the world, to make it easier, cheaper, and hopefully more reliable. And at the end of the day, safer, we think, to be able to get food brought to you and from anywhere that you want.